So we have you showing up, following your intuition, which is leading you to gaze into the water, right? And that's where the koi fish resides. So I often talk about how the water is actually like the psychic realm. So it's almost as if you're gazing into your own psychic realm and you're seeing this fish, which is talking about, right, that fortuitous turn of events. So it's like your intuition, your guidance is leading you somewhere that is exceptionally like brilliant is how it's coming through, especially with that koi fish. So let's take a look at your overall energy. And there we go. Fascinating. Okay. So your overall energy here is this Seven of Swords. Okay. So the Seven of Swords is talking about how you have actually like removed yourself from that's interesting. What I'm hearing is removing yourself from all things that exist. I don't know, maybe you're in some type of really deep meditation, and with the Seven of Swords, it's like you're like in silence, right? The Seven of Swords has this blanket of silence. It almost feels as though you might have actually like run away from the things that are trying to hold you into this 3D realm, right? Because it's like you're going into the psychic realm, looking into the water, right? And then with the Seven of Swords, you're blanketed by a silence, or you're blanketing yourself with this silence, really secluding yourself. So this could even be like avoiding other people's like sight or eyesight, like doing things in secret, right? And you know, it's very interesting because the High Priestess, she can actually rule over the secrets that are beyond the veil, right? And so that's fascinating. So it's almost as if you're slipping. It feels as though you're slipping behind the veil. There's something here about how you've slipped behind the veil of the High Priestess, and now you can kind of, it's kind of like, this is interesting. All right, so it's building on top of each other in 237, which talks about following your dreams. So it's almost as if you have been able to see further than the High Priestess. There's something about how the High Priestess, you know, she kind of guards like the restricted area of the library or of the Akasha records or of, you know, the psychic realm. And there's something about your energy or what you're doing that is able to slip beyond this High Priestess and then get a view of what is actually behind the High Priestess or behind the veil that she is standing in front of. So that's really fascinating. And whatever you're seeing, it's like you're doing it in secret or you're doing it in silence. It's like the Seven of Swords is kind of a card of deception, but the only deceptive energy here is that you're actually just kind of like sneaking behind the High Priestess. It's as if she doesn't know that you're looking beyond whatever veil that she's standing in front of. And so it looks like she's actually standing in front of this, right? This fortuitous turn of events. And oh my God, and you see how I just actively, like instinctively pulled that into the surface. So your energy is wanting to see what's coming up next. And so you're getting a little bit of a glimmer, right? A glimmer in the surface or on the surface of the water that's showing you this koi fish. So that's fascinating. So let's look at your underlying energy. And your underlying energy is the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay, hey, hang on a second. So your underlying energy is this Nine of Cups, and we have the Justice, and we actually have that Wheel of Fortune that's showing up here too. So this is showing up as like you deserve and are justified in knowing the fortunes that are coming your way. It's almost as if you are actively pursuing a vision of the future. You're trying to see your fortunes that are coming up next, right? And there's something, so this energy of the High Priestess well, obviously it's not your energy. It's like there is a guardian of the future, you know. Actually, I'm actually thinking about the fates right now and how they can guard the vision of the future. And so you're showing up and with your underlying energy as this Nine of Cups. It's like you deserve, it's like I can see his stance, you deserve to know what is coming for you. You deserve to have, you know, it's almost as if like maybe things have been not in justice for you, and so you're seeking your justice. I'm getting a little frustrated. Maybe that's how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling a little bit frustrated because you know that you deserve justice, and you're trying to see if this is interesting, almost as if it's guaranteed for you in the future. So something along those lines, right? And the way that you're doing it though is kind of in a little bit of a sneaky way, because you're trying to sneak, if you will, behind the High Priestess's back to see what your future entails. So that's interesting, because it's almost as if like you feel as though the vision of your future is being withheld from you. And you know, the only 639, which is the energy of love and of the heart chakra, the only time that actually like that ever happens to me personally is because there's actually a really pleasant surprise, right, that's coming up for you as I'm splitting and holding the devil. That's interesting. There's actually a really pleasant surprise that's coming up for you that that if you were to know ahead of time, it wouldn't contain the it's interesting, the joy, and it wouldn't contain the joy if you knew what it was beforehand. So it's kind of like they don't want to spoil your intuition, your higher self, or your guides, or you know, the fates even. They don't want to spoil the surprise. And so with this devil energy on the split, what this is actually it's not actually like, you know, what it's talking about is how there's kind of like a little bit of an addictive element that you carry, where you have to know the future. You have to know. You're wanting to know. You're wanting to see everything before it advances, so that you can be prepared, so that you can know that maybe there's nothing bad in it, or there's something good in it. It's like I can feel this kind of, in a sense, like a little bit of a frantic energy of like wanting to know exactly what's coming and not allowing things actually to unfold naturally. And so that's why this devil energy is showing up. It's showing up as like, hey, heads up. That's kind of like a little bit of an addictive element in your personality, is like wanting to know there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like allow things to kind of, you know, just show themselves to you. Allow things to unfold naturally, so that when these pleasant surprises do come, it's really joyous. You know what I mean? It's like being in this element of the Seven of Swords and trying to sneak a peek at the future is, well, it's kind of like you're just ruining your own surprise is really what I'm feeling into here. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting. So it's like, what I'm receiving now from the High Priestess is that if you do get visions of the future, and you know, of course you can ask, those things are like, it's like they're being gifted to you. And if something is not being given to you, it's because there is an element of like, there's something in it that you would actually benefit from not seeing in advance. So as always, this message was brought to you by the Psychic Broadcasting Service and is made possible by contributions of dreamers just like you. So this is a very interesting message, and I shall see you next time for more messages to come.